Hello, welcome to the Gotta Shop podcast. This is a shopping channel for knitters and other lovers of handmade. I'm Lisa and I'm the owner of the Gotta Shop, and I specialize in selling handmade jewelry from around the world. And just to give you a little preview of what's to come, these beauties, which are made by one of my favorite local jewelers here in the Asheville area. I have the sister to these, and I have a few other styles by her, as well as just lots and lots of amazing pieces that I'll be showing you coming right up. Just to give you some context for where I am, what this is, I am coming to you from my lower den, otherwise known as the womb room, which I like to call it. Some people have man caves in their homes, and I have a womb room. And so it felt very appropriate to broadcast the Goddess Shop podcast from the womb room. I live on a mountain surrounded by trees and bears. You might think that I'm coming to you from an exotic bear cave. I had a brick and mortar shop in downtown Asheville, and I closed at the beginning of pandemic. And now, after putting my shop in hibernation for a few years, she is reemerging as a beautiful virtual goddess shop. So I say this shopping channel is for knitters and other lovers of handmade, because since the pandemic, I have been knitting like a fiend, and I have also been watching knitting podcasts on YouTube. And that's what gave me the idea to transform my goddess shop, which was a brick and mortar, and turn it into a virtual goddess shop. I did my share, Lord knows I did my share of shopping as a result of watching people's podcasts on YouTube, all the gorgeous hand-dyed yarn and the beautiful hand-sewn project bags to put all the knitting projects in. And it just gave me the bright idea to use this format to sell the beautiful handmade jewelry that it enriches my life to live with it, and it makes me feel excited to share it with other people, because I get so many compliments and people ask me where I get things from, and so it just makes it so fun that now that I own a shop that I get to say, you can have it too. It's really awesome. It's really pretty, and it's really fun to own. To give you a little background on how I came to own a goddess shop in the first place, back when I had my brick and mortar. For decades, I've been passionate about wearing handmade clothing and jewelry. And I used to live in New York City for about 25 years. And people would stop me often and say, oh my God, where did you get that? And for the most part, where I got these things from were from obscure sources. I had artist friends from all over. Well, I was in the healing arts for years, and I wasn't looking to open a store. But then it was just one of those things where life just sort of said, go this way, do this. And there were so many green lights that I just said, okay. But when I did decide to open a store, I knew it had to be all handmade and all the different artists that I had known from over the years. And then from having the shop, I got to make a bunch of new artist friends that sell beautiful things. So my rule of thumb is that I have to be completely delighted by it in order to want to sell it, because that's what makes me excited to get out of bed in the morning, to share all of these beautiful things. So one other really important bit of sharing I ought to do is to share with you my little sidekick, Rhino, because you may well hear him from time to time. Hopefully not too much. Hopefully he'll stay chill. That's my guy. So here we are. These first earrings, like I said, are made by Alana here in Asheville. They are freshwater pearls. What I love about them, these are mine, by the way. When I had the shop, people would come in all the time and say, oh, you're so lucky you get to wear all this jewelry all the time. And I would say, no, no, no. While there is a lot of one for me, one for the shop that goes on in my purchasing, I do not wear what is for sale because I want it to maintain its new energy. I don't want to put my personal energy onto something that's I'm selling as a new item. So these are mine, and these are the same-ish ones that are for sale. I'll hold them up closer. They're just exquisite. What I love about them, I love a lot about them. I love them so much that I name them Lisa's favorite earrings because they are. They are freshwater pearls with pearls and 22 karat gold plated Japanese glass. And I think there's also another little amethyst. She adds in other little stones in the mix. They're so beautiful. So this is what they look like on. I have a few other pair by her. These are gorgeous geodes. Oh, they're so pretty. You can see I get tempted quite a bit. I have, whoops, let's see. Here's these. And like I said, they're not matchy-matchy, which is part of what I love. I love asymmetry so much. They just read as much more organic and special, and you can tell that they're handmade. These are another pair by her. These ones are freshwater peacock pearls. So they're sort of a eggplant chocolatey color. And they're a little smaller. Here, I'll show you so you can compare. So these are sort of the large size, and these are more medium size. And I'll just show you so you can get a frame of reference for how they look on. I'm going to show you a lot of jewelry pieces here on this broadcast, but just know that on the website, there's a lot more that I won't be able to get to. So make sure the website is ilovethegoddessshop.com. And so make sure to browse through. On the home page, you'll see a section that says featured products, and those will be all the items that I'm showing on this video. So they'll be really easy for you to find what you've seen here. And then if you click on all the other tabs, to see all the earrings, all the bracelets, all the necklaces, etc., then you'll see a lot more pieces. There's there's hundreds. So check it out. This next pair of earrings are made by an artist from the UK. Her name is Philippa, and they are white sapphires. And they're just so delicate. And what I particularly love about these, you can see they're on the smaller side. But what I love about them is their movement. They have, they can move in individual, they have different little joints. so it's almost like they have a life of their own. They're so pretty. So here, so you can see. Just beautiful. This next artist is one of my featured artists in the shop. I know him from the Greek island of Lesbos. His name is Theophilus, and I've known him for years. What brought me to Lesbos years ago was my longtime yoga teacher. I taught yoga for many years. I've actually been studying with my teacher for 31 years now, which is pretty amazing. Her name is Angela Farmer, if you want to look up a legend and be blown away. Anyway, Theophilus lives in the village where Angela is on Lesbos. She has a yoga hall tucked in an olive grove by the Aegean Sea. It's so magical. And I was actually just there in September on a yoga retreat and buying more jewelry from Theophilus to share with all of you that I'm so excited to share with you. So you'll be seeing quite a bit of Theophilus moving forward. So the first Theophilus bracelet I'm showing you is so sweet. It's Ganesha. It's a bronze design made by Theophilus, and it's combined with macrame, and it has an easy on and off, just like so. And then you can slip it off, and there's Ganesha. So it fits all sizes, wrists, because it's very adjustable. And there's another one, another macrame and bronze one. This one is a bronze lotus. And what's so sweet about this one is that the design on the lotus is the world. So it's for a peaceful world. And there's the artist's signature on the back. It says Theophilus. I'll put this on my wrist as well so you can see it on. Also fits all sizes wrists because it's got all this slack to adjust it. So there we go. So sweet. So these have purple macrame, and the Ganeshas have like a steely blue color. I have a number of these, and I have a number of these. Also by Theophilus are these art pieces. Talk about special. These are his design. It's a Madonna with the baby. This one is cast in sterling silver, and it's wrapped around this wood block, and then it has a hinge on the back for hanging on a wall, or you can just stand it on an altar. And he also made the same in bronze, also wrapped on the wood with the hinge. So these are the Madonnas. Theophilus really loves spiritual imagery, just all kinds of angels and wings and hearts, and he's just such a big-hearted, dear person. So he also made this one in sterling silver, wrapped on the wood, also with the hinge hook. And this one is two angels greeting each other. So sweet, so special. Now, just to jump around a little bit, I'm going to show you another bracelet. This one is made by my Turkish jeweler, Selin, and it's a fabulous bronze piece by her, combining the silver metal mesh ribbon and bronze. And this is so interesting. It's blue quartz, and it is surrounded by a gold tone metal mesh ribbon that's separating each of the stones. Let's see, there we go. And what I appreciate about this bracelet too is that it fits different size wrists because there are a couple of different options for how to hook it. So I could actually make it slightly tighter for my wrist so it doesn't move around. Let me see. I'll hook it on this. Okay, there we go. So there it is. And yeah, there's like another loop, and then there's this big loop. So it fits different sizes. It is so cool. I just love, her work is just so interesting. I like the way it looks with this sweater. I'm trying to model things in such a way so they coordinate with the knits, and then maybe they're shown in their best light, hopefully. Now, I have a couple of rings by Selene as well, bronze rings. This one is bronze with the blue quartz, and I call it an orbit ring. It's so cool. Actually, I had this one set aside for a little while because I thought I might keep it for myself. It covers 2 fingers, but the ring part only fits on 1 finger. So it's like that. Oh, it is so neat. You know, at a certain point, I have to cut myself off though, because I can only own and wear so much. Occupational hazard. You'll hear me say that a lot. So there we go. Orbit ring, and it looks fabulous with this bracelet. It's just, so many of her pieces just are really great mix and match. They really look wonderful with each other. Here's another ring by her, another bronze ring. Oh, I forgot to mention about the orbit ring. Here, I'll hold it up. It is adjustable, so it fits a variety of fingers, you see, because it has this opening, so you can tighten it or enlarge it, depending on how you need it to fit. This one, also adjustable. This has the calla leaves cast in bronze, and I love the organic shapes on the ring part. It's like stems or roots. But you see how it just all looks so good together. And I'll hold it up. So that's what it's like. And from that angle, and there's the opening to adjust it. I'll hold it like that. So interesting. This one is pretty sizable as well. Like I said, I have really large hands. I kind of have big man hands, but you know, everything's in proportion. I am 5'10", so. This next bracelet, also by Selene, is a link bracelet. Also with blue quartz and the silver metal mesh ribbon and bronze. It's so pretty. And it looks great with the rings. Now this one, I have large hands and small wrists. So I actually have this one on the tightest setting. It shifts around some, which would be fine with me. But if somebody had really tiny wrists, it might not be the best choice. But it would also fit much larger wrists because it has 3 more hook options above and beyond what I have it closed on. So I'll just take this off so that I can hold it up and show you. And there we go. So beautiful, so cool. And it has some nice movement in the links, so it's not a static bracelet. There we go. This next bracelet is made by my friend Vanessa from Massachusetts, and it's sterling silver and bronze with chalcedony. It's so pretty. What I love about this is that it's so delicate, but at the same time, it has a big presence. So that's that bracelet. Now, this one, it fits a larger wrist, but it's not adjustable like the other ones that I've just shown you. So I would still wear it even though it moves around on my wrist, but it would fit a larger wrist as well. I'll take it off and show you up close. Let's see. Here we go. So it has this hook closure. All of this is sterling silver, and then you can sort of see the gold tone and the silver tone in the mix. It's just gorgeous. Now I realized I have another ring here. Really unusual, really, really cool. This one is from the Greek island of Lesbos, where Theophilus is, but this one is not made by Theophilus. This one is made by another jeweler that lives in the village where I go for my yoga retreats. His name is Cosmides. And this ring it's another statement ring. It's not for short fingers. It is sterling silver with a tourmaline. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. This is another one that I cannot tell you how tempted I was to keep. But actually, I did keep the cousin to this ring. I'll say it was the cousin. It's just so fabulous. For those of you who are not knitters yet, but are just here for the beautiful handmade jewelry to do a little shopping, I just want to be clear that I'll be sharing about my knits because that's what we knitters love to do, but my knits are not for sale. My knits are for me. I do wholeheartedly encourage you to get into knitting and learn how to make beautiful sweaters for yourselves. And on that point, I will just say that after decades of knitting long rectangles and not knowing how to read a pattern and feeling completely intimidated by all of that, my older sister Betsy, she's a knitter and she used to knit sweaters. She knits sweaters, and And I was always so jealous of her, and I just felt so intimidated. I don't know why. I just got it in my head that that was something that she could do, but that I couldn't do. And I don't know why I thought I couldn't do it, just because I hadn't done it. But I just needed a little educating, that's all. And then I started going to knitting classes and learned how to read a pattern and learned how to knit a sweater. And it's really not that hard. It really all just breaks down to knits and purls and a few other things. And it's all doable. And it's all, when you're looking at a pattern, it's all just one row at a time. So it's very manageable. Anyway, I'll just share a thing or two about what I'm wearing, because after that I'm going to do a quick change to put on a top that coordinates better with the other jewelry pieces that I want to move forward and share with you so you can see them better. This sweater is called the Turtle Dove. It's by Melissa Clulow, who is formerly of Espostry Co. and who now is owner of Sonder Yarn Company. And it's an awesome sweater. It calls for bulky yarn. The gauge it's a 14 stitch gauge, and it's knit on US 10 needles, which is a 6mm. I knit the extra small, which said it was for a size 47.5 inch bust, because the way she designed it was for a lot of positive ease. This sweater is knit from yarn that I love so much. It's Miss Babs yarn. It is actually, you can still get this colorway, but this particular yarn that I used is a discontinued base that she had. It was called Dulcinea, and it was a heavy lace weight. And let's see, Dulcinea was 70% merino, 15% cashmere, 15% silk. It is so dreamy. And the colorway is called Soundscape. And what I did, because it was a heavy lace weight, I held 3 strands of the Dulcinea together, and then I held those 3 strands with 1 strand of her mohair silk lace weight in the colorway Sugar. So it's all together 4 strands held together, and I'll just sort of scooch up so you can see. It has extended ribbing at the bottom. It's half twisted rib, so it shows a little better. Anyway, this is, sometimes we just have those go-to sweaters that we just know we're going to feel really good in every time we put it on, and this is one of those for me. Quick change. So these next earrings, they're so good. They're hand beaded, hand crocheted mandalas. They're fair trade earrings made by women in Guatemala that are able to stay home and earn a living. So they're not just fabulous, they're also feel-good earrings. This is what they look like on. They're really big, and they're really lightweight, and they're really, really fabulous. I'll hold it up one more time, just so you can see. They're actually so perfect with what I'm wearing, I'm kind of tempted to keep them. But I already own a pair. I own a pair in a rust color, and I've gotten a lot of mileage out of those over the years. But, it's not like I only own one of each thing. There are quite a few things that I own multiples of. But Actually, my sister Betsy is gunning for another pair of these in another color. So these are in the shop, and I think there's 2 other colors in there right now. And this is something that I can get again. Some things are not repeatable, they're just one-offs, and I'll never see them again. And sometimes I can have things made again, and these earrings are something that I can get again. So if they sell out, no worries, there'll be more to come. Now this necklace, for you fiber lovers out there, this is a handmade, hand-sewn necklace from Istanbul. It is velvet, and I'll show you how it goes on and off. Whoops. Here we go. Look at this. Whoops, there's some fuzz. Yeah. It's velvet, and the closure is like so. And then it has this interesting embellishment that dangles. It's so good. You see, this is the occupational hazard for me, that, you know, I buy things that I love, and because I love them, I'm excited to share them, but it also means because I love them, I want to keep them. So this is something that I really, really, really am tempted to keep. But I have other pieces, but this is just so beautiful, so interesting. So this, okay. Now this necklace, oh, it's so good. This is made by my friend Heather. She is so cool. She travels around the world to source her materials, and then she combines them. So her pieces are very exotic and eclectic. But this one, I'll show you. It's a nice long necklace. The tassels are from Uzbekistan, and this leather piece, it's an Ethiopian prayer pouch. I just love it. The coins are from India, and the beads are from various countries, and this is what it looks like. I have a dog on my lap, so let me see if I can scooch up. Sorry, Rhino. Here, let me try this. There's the dog. Anyway, it's a nice long necklace, and it's so good. And I have a soft spot for things from Ethiopia because Ethiopian food is one of my all-time favorite cuisines. We are so lucky here in Asheville. We have an awesome Ethiopian restaurant. It's not just an average one. It's a really, really excellent one. And it's called Adase, and it's downtown. And yeah, I have to get my fix at least once a week. And the people that own it are just so lovely. I love them so much. They feel like family. Anyway, Ethiopian prayer pouch necklace. So good. This next pair of earrings are made by Heather as well, using the same tassels from Uzbekistan. I love these earrings so much that they were a one for me, one for the shop. To me, they are the perfect cool girl earrings. They're so fabulous. They're pretty long, as you can see, but then in the shop, I also have a few shorter pair that have the same size circle, but then the tassel, instead of dangling this long, is more up. The tassel is more like in the center of the circle, so it's more like that. And I have them in a couple of different colors, including a mustard color. So check them out on the website. They're so good. This next necklace is made by my friend Selene, who is Turkish. She lives in New York City now. But it's bronze circles, and they're so good. Let's see. You hook it. Oh, I just love her work. So interesting. And I'll show you this as well. This is a cuff also made by her. It's bronze with a black matte enamel paint and the cuff. And I'll show you this as well. This ring is made by my jeweler from the Greek island of Lesbos, Theophilus, and it's also bronze. And it is a nice big honker. It's great too because it's adjustable. Whoops. Let me see if you can see. There, it's not quite closed, so you can, make it bigger or smaller, depending. But it's bronze, and this botanical design is just cut out of the bronze. And it's just an awesome statement ring. If you have big hands like I do, it really fits the bill. Now, these earrings, you might be wondering, well, earring, why is she only wearing one earring? Because they're convertible earrings. They're circle snake earrings, and you can take the circle off and just have a snake. Pretty cool. These are made by Fernanda Sibilia. Super lightweight and really awesome snakes. It occurs to me that among all of these rings that I've been sharing, they're all really big rings. And so it might seem that all I have in the shop are really big rings, and that's just not the case. I have a whole variety. I have delicate rings, I have tiny rings, I have big rings. I have a lot more rings to come, so stay posted. I have a whole mountain of jewelry that hasn't even been processed to go onto the website, so that's really exciting. And I also should take this opportunity too to share that I also have a whole range of prices. So there's more expensive things and there's more affordable things. And I just like to make sure to include a range for people to accommodate all pocketbooks, and also to just drive home the point too that all of my artists are fairly compensated. Circle snakes. And before I take it off, I'll just let you know that this sweater I made is called Look at My Holes by James N. Watts. He's so funny. He was sharing on his podcast a long time ago about how his mother was teasing him, and I think she called this sweater Nipple City. I obviously have a turtleneck on underneath it, but he's modeling it on Ravelry with nothing underneath it. So you can do all kinds of things with it. But this stitch gauge is a 14 stitch gauge in a mesh pattern with DK weight yarn. And I knit the size medium. Ordinarily, I knit a small or an extra small because I like things to be a bit fitted. But for this sweater, I noticed that the way he designed it, it was like really fitted. And I didn't want it so tight. I wanted it to, skim my body, but just have a little bit more of a relaxed fit. So it's like that. And the yarn that I used is La Bien-Aimée DK in the color Isle of Arran. It was one of those colors that as soon as I walked in and saw this color, I just, okay, that has my name on it. It's 100% superwash yarn. And that's what I have to say about this. Oh, when he was saying about what his mother calling it Nipple City, I think she called it Nipple something. I'm pretty sure it was Nipple City. I just got into a very punster kind of headspace and just offered up that it could also be called Slip Slip Nip or Nip Two Together. Anyway, I love this sweater. I highly recommend it, but not for beginners. It was not an easy one to get going on. He has a very helpful video to show you how to make this mesh pattern. And for some strange reason, once I got going, like I couldn't even get through one full round without getting stuck. I'd get like halfway around and somehow my stitch count got off or something went off the rails. I do put markers on every repeat when I'm knitting something like lace. It makes a huge difference in being able to figure out where the mistake happened, that it's just within, this 15 stitch segment or whatever the amount is. But I was having to take it to knitting class every week. I don't know how people knit without a Katie. I'll say that. Katie is my knitting teacher, my local knitting teacher, and she is the bomb. And I wouldn't have been able to knit at least half of what I've made if it weren't for Katie getting me unstuck and showing me a thing or two. YouTube how-to videos are also just invaluable, but sometimes you just really need some in-person assistance, and that's what Katie is. But then for some reason, like I kept getting stuck. And then when I got like about this far down, it was like something clicked in and my brain all of a sudden got on board with what this pattern was, and I was able to just knit it the rest of the way through without getting stuck again. So, I don't know. All of this to say, it's a great pattern, highly recommend, but not for beginners. More intermediate, I guess. This next necklace is another fiber lover's delight. It is beyond fabulous. It is a handmade African piece, this jumbo bib necklace. That's it. Talk about a statement piece. So this is the jumbo one, and then I have more bib necklaces in the shop that are a smaller profile. They're still on the statement-y side of things, but they're just not this big. They're maybe like this big. So that's that. Oh, and I'll just go ahead and put these earrings on. These I love. These are made by my Argentine jeweler Fernanda Sibilia. And what I love about these is the movement. All the individual circles have their own individual movement. So they have that magical quality to them in the way that they move. Actually, maybe I'll take this necklace off so that it doesn't distract from the earrings. Although I think they do look good together, but I just want to focus on the earrings for the moment. And they weigh absolutely nothing. They're so good. So that's that. This next that I'll show you is a necklace made by my friend Vanessa from Connecticut. It is a gorgeous lotus. It's chalcedony with, wait, do I have it? I'm sorry, I'm holding it up backwards. It's chalcedony with labradorite, and it's bronze, and the chain is sterling silver. And it's like that. I'll hold it up again so you can get it close up. It's so beautiful. This necklace is another one made by my Turkish friend Selene. It's a lariat made of bronze and silver mesh, metal mesh ribbon. Here. I'll just put it on like this because it's easier. So because it's a lariat, you can adjust the length. You can put it up higher depending on your neckline and have the dangle longer, or you can adjust it down. Something on my boob. So this necklace is so good. One thing I love about it is that it's so versatile. It's silver and gold, and so it makes it easy to wear with silver and gold jewelry. I know a lot of people just mix them anyway. I've never been good at that. I'm just one of those people that if I'm wearing gold, I'm wearing gold, and if I'm wearing silver, I'm wearing silver. But this one, yeah, makes it easy to combine. Let's see. This ring matches the necklace. It's got the same calla leaves made in bronze. So I'll just show you together. They're really good. Another fiber lover's delight. This one is a hand-woven necklace from Istanbul. Oh my God, look at that. It has beads and all the tassels, and it has a button closure, and it's basically a choker. So it goes like that. Another one that I could so easily keep for myself. You're going to hear me say that over and over and over again. But just look how good that is. Oh my God. I love this so much. Now these earrings, these are also from some country in Africa. I'm not sure which. I'm sorry. I wish I did know. But these are fabric earrings, and these are, oh my God, talk about jumbo fabulousness. Look at that. Put this on. If you like a big statement, awesome jumbo earring, this is for you. Look at that. And because they're fabric with a little bit of a backing on them, they don't weigh a thing. So it's fun to have really extra earrings that don't weigh anything. I have them in multiple colors in the shop. I'll show you right here. I've got red ones with a bit of yellow. So good. I'll hold this one up one more time. So fun. This necklace is another piece made by my Greek jeweler, Theophilus, and it's Sappho. Let me pull her right up close so you can see her. Sterling silver Sappho, oh my God, on itty bitty carnelian beads, a 5-strand necklace. And I'll just show you. I put it on. I'll just hold it so you can see. I'll come in close. All these bits of fuzz on me. There we go. Sappho. Another one that I set it aside. You know, as I said, I don't wear jewelry from the shop. I just choose my own pieces, and then that's all I wear because I want them to maintain their new energy. But if I'm thinking about keeping something, I won't wear it, but I will set it aside. And this is one of those pieces that I set it aside for a couple of weeks because I thought that I might have to own it. But then I just decided Sappho needs to go to somebody that needs Sappho. And she's just so good. Here, I'll hold her up again so you can see. Also by Theophilus, talk about unique. You will never, ever see a ring like this again. This is a one of a kind. It's a sterling silver square-shaped ring, very architectural, with pyrite on it. Look at that. That is crazy. I'll put it on my finger. I just get so lit up when I come across something that I have never seen before, and I feel pretty confident in saying I will never see it again. So if having a one-of-a-kind piece lights you up, this could be for you. I'm back with another quick change. This is Prairie Wind sweater. And it's actually, the pattern has it made as a crew neck, but I just love turtlenecks, and so I just knit the ribbing several inches longer to make it a turtleneck. Now, I love this pattern because I love the color work pattern. It's a row of hearts, and then a row of hearts and flowers, and then a row of birds and flowers. And I could not love the way this came out more because the yarn just did magical things all together. The base color is La Bien-Aimé's Corey Worsted in the colorway Eric Northman, which is just one of those colors that as soon as I saw it in person, I knew that it was just the perfect brick red for me. And I imagined that I would do some kind of color work with it, but I really wanted the Eric Northman to be the star. And this is what I love about having a sizable stash. Because what ended up being the color work for this sweater was old stash yarn. I had gotten this Lana Grossa Silk Hair Haze Melange on clearance from Webb's several years ago. I ordered it because the picture on my computer screen, the color of it looked like this really rich cranberry. And then when it came in, the melange is sort of like blackish there, yeah, in the mix. And I didn't realize that, and I don't return yarn. I just put it in stash and trust that somehow it'll coordinate and play nicely with other yarns someday. And it did. So I held 2 strands of this with 1 strand of this, which I got on clearance from one of my local yarn stores, Friends and Fiberworks. It was, let's see, it's 100% polyester, and it's, here I'll show you, it's a sparkly yarn, and it has intermittent sequins in there. Let's see, well, it's hard to see them on the, well, there you go, there's a sequin. Anyway, one thing I will say is that if you're knitting with this, you need a rubber band around it, because even if you try to put a yarn sock on it, it is going to just all come apart from its ball, and it'll just be a hot, tangled mess. So if you're working on it and you want to keep your sanity, put a rubber band around it and, you know, just pull off segments at a time. So yes, I am always a sucker for fuzzy. I'd say about 85 to 90% of what I knit has some kind of fuzzy in the mix. I'm just a sucker for the fuzz, but I didn't want to hold the fuzz with the Eric Northman because the Eric Northman was just such a gorgeous color on its own. So this was just the perfect solution to make fuzzy, sparkly color work, and I love it so much. So about this pattern, Prairie wins. I love the yoke pattern so much with the hearts and the flowers and the birds. It's beautiful. The one modification that I would make if I were to knit this again, you can see how this bunches right here. It's not the best because what it does is it obscures this first row of hearts, which I'm completely in love with. I don't want them to be hidden like that. The bunching isn't a deal breaker. I'm still going to wear this sweater a lot because I still love it, even though I have to do this for you to be able to see the hearts on the first row. The reason for that, which my knitting teacher, Katie, helped diagnose, is that it's knitted top down and the increases don't happen frequently enough. It does need more frequent increases in order to keep the sweater from doing this, which causes this. if there were more increases more frequently, then it would come out a little wider, and that would resolve the bunching like so. Just to be clear, I don't think there's a thing wrong with the way this pattern is written as far as this bunching goes. When I check other people's project pages on Ravelry, they don't have this happening. And I think it's a function of my personal choices. As I said, I prefer to have things more on the fitted side, and this sweater was written to have 6 inches of positive ease. Now, I chose not to knit the size that would have given me the 6 inches of ease because I didn't want that much ease. I chose one size down from that, which would have given me 1 to 2 inches of ease. And if I had chosen that size up that would have given me the 6 inches, then I would have had an extra increase, and then that would have resolved this. And just to give you a more full body shot of this sweater, I'll scooch up so you can really see how gorgeous this Eric Northman dye is. It's so pretty. Here, I'll untuck it so you can see. That's how long I knit it, and the ribbing. There's my hearts. Birds and flowers, hearts and flowers and hearts. I might need to make this one again. The yoke is just so beautiful. So that's Prairie Winds. And this, as far as the shopping goes, this bracelet is made of Japanese silk. It's hand sewn. It's a all silk made as a knot. So awesome. And it's like so. This next bracelet is glass. It's made by an artist from Pennsylvania, and it is gorgeous. It's a cuff with a sterling silver chain closure to keep it on your arm securely. And I actually did keep one of these for myself. I kept the sister to it. It's so special, so beautiful. Yeah, see that? Some lucky person. That's all I can say. Next, I'll show you a pair of Theophilus earrings. These are bronze hearts with sterling silver posts, and the design in the hearts is a lotus design. So beautiful. And he signed the back. Let's see if you can see. There we go. Whoops. Yeah, there's his signature. Anyway, so there's the lotus design. And this is what they look like on. These next earrings, I always like to keep 1 or 2 clip-on pairs in the shop because somebody always needs clip-ons. And sometimes I have some clip-ons, even though my ears are pierced. Sometimes the style, the design of the earring is just so good that I just keep a pair of clip-ons anyway because they're just so good. And this would go in that category of being just that good. These are bronze, and these are made by my friend Celine. They're just such an awesome, interesting shape that's really easy to wear with a lot of outfits. And here's a close-up of the clip-ons. There. And this next pair, talk about goddess fabulousness. These, I don't have much information on the maker other than that they are from India. They're so good. They're so fun. They've got coins all the way around. Here, I'll take one off so you can see it up close. There we go. Oh my gosh, look how good that is. So this last sweater that I'll show you today is my latest finished object. It's the Metropolis by Lavallee, and I made it in Cami Jo Knits, beautiful mega mohair in the Sahara colorway. It's a chunky yarn. Let's see, it's 78% kid mohair, 13% merino, 9% nylon, and it's 200 meters for 100 grams. So that makes it worsted weight, I would say. I guess you could say it's chunky because of the way it puffs out, fluffs out. This sweater is actually designed to be bulky. It's got a 12 stitch gauge. So I didn't choose to hold this yarn with anything because I just love the yarn and I love the color. So what I did was I just went up a size or two from what I would ordinarily do because I think my gauge was about 14 or 15 stitches. I can't remember, but it certainly wasn't 12. So I knit the size 4 in this sweater. I knit it once before with a DK held with 2 mohair strands, so that kind of did, I pretty much did get gauge, and for that one, it was a rust colored one, really beautiful yarn, and I made that one in a size 2, and it was very fitted, and I was happy with that. And this one is just, I mean, it's not really, I wouldn't say it's oversized, but it's not fitted either. It just has a little bit of positive ease to it. I have a dog on my lap, so it's a little tricky to scooch up, but I'll just do this so you can get a sense of it. I think I just added an inch to the turtleneck because I think it was supposed to be 9 inches and I did 10 because more is more for turtlenecks for me. And yeah, so that's it for this. Oh, and the other thing about it is because it's a big gauge and big needles, it's a pretty quick knit. I mean, you might even, if you're a fast knitter, you could probably even do it in a week, but in 2 weeks for sure, because it does go really, really quickly. So the next thing I'll share with you is just my latest acquisition, which I'm really anxious to share because I want to wind it up and I can't wait to see how it looks knit up. But this was post Nashville Yarn Fest, and I wasn't able to attend, and so I gave myself just a teeny bit of consolation shopping for not getting to go. And right after that festival, I got an email from Lola Bean Yarns saying, come shop the website because I have all this awesome yarn that I just brought back from the yarn festival. And in the past, it was hard for me to ever get yarn from her website because she's just perpetually sold out. So I was very excited to score these beauties. I love them so much. This is baby Surrey alpaca and silk lace weight. and it's the colorway Aqua Dulce. Dulce. It's just so beautiful. And my plan for this is I have had in my queue for a couple of years now the Sari Nordland sweater Lume. I'm not sure if that's the way you pronounce it, but it's Lumme with the beautiful flower yoke, and it's a worsted weight sweater. And a friend from my knit group was giving away some of her stash that she knew she was never going to knit with. And what I scored from her generous giveaway was a sweater's worth of all this charcoal Letlopi. And so my plan is to knit the Lume in this as the main color and hold this triple stranded for very fuzzy Aqua Dulce color work in the yoke. And I am so excited to see how these knit up. So hopefully I'll be able to share that with you on the next broadcast. The one work in progress that I'll share with you today is, oh, I love this so much. This is another Sari Nordland. It is called Rococo, and I've also had this in my queue for several years. And I actually bought the yarn for this a couple of years, maybe 2 years ago. It's Wandering Flock DK. It's 100% superwash merino. It is so soft. I love this yarn. Love, love, love. Such a dream to knit with. And it's in the terracotta colorway. And I'm not very far, but it is so pretty. It's this Japanese lace in the yoke with some baubles in the mix. And I'm so excited. You can see that there's some consistency with my color choices. I like all kinds of colors, but I am a sucker for the pinks at the end of the day. But this, I'm so excited. I'm knitting the size 2. Anyway, I'll have more to say about this as I go further along, but just to give you a little taste of what I've been working on, I'm just so excited about this sweater. And finally, what I would like to share, I thought it would be fun to just offer up some recommendations for things that make me feel more sparkly. And the first one in this first video that I will offer up, Dr. Bronner's Peppermint Soap. Now, what I do with this is what I call peppermint privates. I keep this in my shower, and I have a nice handmade natural soap that I wash all over with. And this I reserve for the nether parts. And what it does, because it's peppermint, it makes everything tingly. And it's so fabulous. The tingle lasts even after you get out of the shower. I don't know, maybe it lasts about 10 or 15 minutes. It's really good. I've been doing it for years. Peppermint Privates, highly recommend. It'll put a little extra spring in your step, a little extra buzz in the puss, or whatever you have going on down there. It'll give you a nice little buzzy tingle. Highly recommend. So one more thing that my sister Sarah actually asked me to make sure to include. She's been a big part of the Goddess Shop over the years. And this particular philosophy that I've been espousing all this time has been very meaningful to her, which is life is too short to leave the prettiest things in a drawer or in the closet. I wear my prettiest things as often as possible, and I encourage her to wear and everybody to wear their prettiest things all the time. It just gives us all an experience of feeling elevated and inspired to see each other just wearing our beautiful things. So don't save things. Pull them out and wear them all the time. Over the years I spent in the healing arts, it was my desire to support people in feeling more at home inside their bodies. So whether it's by way of peppermint privates or by way of adorning our physical forms with beautiful handmade pieces infused with heart and soul in the making of them, I just see it all in service of supporting us in feeling more at home and having a more delightful experience of having a physical form. And finally, if you do decide to check out the website, ilovethegoddessshop.com, and if you see some pieces that strike your fancy, just make sure to check all the measurements that those pieces will fit you properly. Measure twice, cut once. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy your visit over to ilovethegoddessshop.com. And just remember 3 S's in a row for Goddess Shop. And please, once again, be sure to click through all the different tabs just to make sure you don't miss out on anything. And if there's anything on there that makes your heart sing, may it make its way easily to you. And if there's something on there that just feels like it has your name on it, but it's sold, you can feel free to contact me. It may well be something that I can get again. And if that's the case, then I'll do my best to hook you up with it. And if it's not something that I can get again, then I imagine that, there's just so many beautiful things in the pipeline that will be making its way onto the website that there's bound to be something in the future that does have your name on it. So have fun, feel into the resonance and delight, and I'll see you next time.